Let's go ahead and begin in a seated position, eyes closed. Taking a couple of deep breaths to start. And taking a moment to really check in with yourself, maybe doing a full body scan to see if you're holding any tension or any tightness anywhere in the body. And just maybe sending a little more breath to those places. And then really begin to deepen your inhales and your exhales. Really allowing yourself to settle into stillness. And while you're here, become really aware of your body. And see if you can soften your shoulders. Soften your jaw. And take a full inhale through your nose. Open the mouth. Do one more like that. Inhale through your nose. Fill up. And let it go. Keeping your eyes closed, start to roll your head one way, all the way around. And take this movement nice and slow, so no rush. And then take it the other way. So you can always pause anywhere that you feel a little bit of tightness and you want to hold for a moment. And coming back to center, neutral neck here. Gently blink your eyes open. Take your left palm to the mat. Inhale the right hand up and over. Take a nice side body stretch. Bending the left elbow if you need. Really reaching through the side body. Take a breath in and a breath out. One more inhale, really fill up, reach, and then float back to center. Take it on the other side. Right hand down, left arm reaches up and over. Breathe in and breathe out. Two more like that. Big breath in, get that side body stretch, and then let all the air out. One more breath. And back to center. And then we'll take that again. Inhale, lift the right arm high. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, lift the left arm high. And exhale back. Right arm lifts up, breathe in. Back to center, exhale. Left arm reaches up. And back to center. All right, let's make our way into a tabletop position. All fours here, wrists right under the shoulders, tops of your feet press into the earth. Inhale, dropping your belly towards the floor, pulling your heart through, gaze up. And then exhale, rounding through the spine, pressing down into the earth. Nice and slow here, big inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, rounding through the spine. Just noticing how the body feels with this breath, the movement. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, round. Let's do one more like that. Inhale. Exhale, round. And then we're gonna lower all the way down to the belly here. So just bringing the wrists right under your shoulders, tops of your feet on the earth. And then we're just gonna lift the chest slightly as you inhale. Keep pulling the elbows together behind your back, shining your heart forward, and then lower down, exhale. Inhale, we lift up. Exhale, lower. Keep pressing the tops of your feet into the earth. Inhale, lift the chest slightly here. Exhale, lower down. One more big breath in lifts you up. Exhale, lower down. And then we'll snake our way into a child's pose. For just a couple of breaths, bring your big toes to touch, separate your knees, and then send your hips back onto your heels. Forehead rests on your mat. And just a few deep breaths. And really breathe all the way into the back of the body, down towards the hips. One more inhale and exhale. Make your way into downward facing dog, curling the toes under, sending the hips up and back. From here, just gently pedaling the feet. Taking a moment here to check in this shape. So always just checking in with the body and how it's feeling and just making adjustments as you go. So if something doesn't feel good, you can always change it and try a different shape. Just a couple more breaths here to settle into your down dog. And then come into stillness and down dog. Take a look at your hands. Really spread your fingers wide. Press down into your mat, but soften your elbows. Drop your head. Activate your core. Think about pulling your belly button towards your spine. Soften behind your knees and drive your heels down towards the floor. Now, they're not going to touch your mat, but you're going to actively drive your heels down and back. Take a deep inhale. Let it go. Look forward, walk to the top of your mat, separate your feet here. Take ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows and bending your knees. So this is about letting the upper body hang. You're welcome to take a little sway side to side if that feels good in the lower back. Take another breath in. Full breath out. Plant your hands. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. Do that again. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, big breath in, and then fold, exhale. One more halfway lift, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Step to downward facing dog. From here, inhale, roll yourself forward, high plank, and then exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Hi, Lena. On an inhale, we'll gently lift the chest, and then lower down, exhale. Do that once more. Inhale, lift the chest up, and then exhale, lower down, and snake your way back into downward facing dog. So gentle, slow movements today. And just bringing a lot of awareness to the breath and the body. Now we'll lift the right leg as you inhale. Exhale, we'll gently step it to the outside of your right hand. So super wide lunge here. And then gently drop your back knee down. So this is lizard's lunge. You can stay lifted on the palms here for a few breaths. This is a pretty big hip opener to start. So go nice and slow. Just be easy on yourself. And then feel free if you want to just kind of wiggle side to side. Sometimes that feels good in the hips, but if not, you can just stay still and take a couple cleansing breaths. Now my back toes are curled under, but you're welcome to uncurl the back toes if that's more comfortable. Let's take 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in and exhale it out. Now we'll wiggle walk this right foot to the center of the mat, coming into a low lunge. So extending the arms high as you breathe in. Couple of options here. So you can really melt your left hip down towards the floor, deepening the bend in your right knee, but that might be a little too much in the hips to start. So instead, press down into the floor with your right foot and lift up and out of your hips. And then crown of the head is reaching up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are soft, gaze is soft. Fingertips are actively reaching up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in and a breath out. And now here's where you can go a little deeper. If you want to exhale and start to bend a little bit more, you can just kind of explore that. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take 1 more inhale. Take your gaze up. And then exhale, bring your palms down to the mat and step your feet together at the top of your mat. Come into a forward fold. So the arms can just hang here. Take a breath and an exhale. And then inhale, bring your toes to touch, start to reach all the way up. Mountain pose, big breath in. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes here if you'd like, or just soften your gaze over your fingertips. Another opportunity to check in. Another opportunity for stillness. And then open your eyes. Inhale, mountain, reach all the way up. Lengthen the spine, and then fold, exhale. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to a high plank. From here, we'll take a breath in, and then we'll lower down. Exhale, nice and slow and controlled all the way to the belly. Uncurl the back toes. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. Make your way to downward facing dog. Take a breath and an exhale. Left leg's gonna lift as you breathe in, and then gently step it to the outside of your left hand, coming into a lizard's lunge on the other side, dropping the back knee down. Back toes are curled under, or the top of your foot is on the mat. Stay lifted here on your palms as we open the left hip here. And from here, just keep shining your heart forward. So careful not to collapse in the upper back or the neck. Keep finding some length there. All the while, the lower belly is in and up, so the core is activated. Take a couple more breaths. And then we'll gently wiggle walk the left foot towards the center, coming into a low lunge on this side. So again, opportunity to stay lifted. So from there, you can use the exhales to bend a little bit deeper. But all the while, you're reaching up towards the ceiling, and the breath is super strong. Notice how this side feels compared to the other side. Notice if one side needs a little more breath, a little more attention. One more inhale. And exhale, bring your hands to the earth, step your feet together, forward fold. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. Mountain pose, big breath in, reach all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Take a breath and a breath out. Open your eyes. Inhale, reach up, mountain, and forward fold. Halfway lift on an inhale. Nice long spine, belly in. Fold on the exhale. High plank. Inhale, find your high plank. Exhale, we lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, lift the chest, pressing into the floor. Exhale, lower down, back to down dog. So we're gonna take all of those shapes, but we're gonna just do one breath, one movement. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step through. Inhale, swoop the arms high. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor, feet together, fold. Inhale, mountain, reach up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Inhale, extend back up. Find more length and fold. Flat back as you inhale, halfway lift. High plank, exhale. Take a breath in. Lower all the way down, exhale. Inhale, we lift the chest, one big breath, and lower down, back to down dog, exhale. On an inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Take a fold here, exhale. And then we'll reach all the way up, mountain pose. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, we extend back up and fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Take a breath. Lower on the exhale. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale back to downward facing dog. We'll take 3 breaths here. Two more. Last round, fill up. And let it go. Really nice. Right leg lifts as you inhale. Exhale, step it through. So we'll pause here for just a moment in a runner's lunge. I want you to wiggle walk your right foot just a little more towards the right edge of your mat, and then take your left foot a little more towards the left edge. From here, we'll inhale, lift up for crescent lunge. So we've given ourselves space left and right on our mat, and what that's gonna do, it's gonna help us balance, stronger foundation. From here, you can zip the inner thighs together, squaring the hips forward. Keep your back leg nice and strong, nice and activated. Belly in and up to protect your back. And then extend the arms up. Soften your shoulders, soften your gaze. And really feel the body working here. So everything is working. Feet are grounding down, the legs are activated, the core is activated. Even the arms and the fingertips are working. Take one more inhale. Exhale, we're gonna take a T-twist. You're gonna extend the left arm forward, right arm back behind you. So notice the hips here. They need to stay exactly where they were in your high lunge. You're just twisting with the upper body. So you're using the core to twist. And if you want to twist a little deeper or just explore what that feels like, you can start to take your gaze towards your right thumb for another inhale. One more exhale. Bring your right fingertips to the back of your left thigh. And then inhale, reach the right arm up. So we're still in the twist, but now we've reversed that twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep pressing down into your mat with your feet. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way around for a wide leg fold. So toes are facing the left side of your mat. Bring your toes slightly in, heels slightly out. Soften your knees and really let your upper body hang as you fold. This is a great opportunity to catch your breath, to drop your head. And then I want you to just notice where the hips are in space here. So our tendency is to really rock the weight into the heels, but instead I want you to think about bringing your hips over your ankles. So now the weight is evenly distributed between the balls of your feet and your heels. It's also super important that your knees stay nice and soft so you don't want to lock out. Take another breath and a breath out. Again, like that, fill up, inhale, exhale. Now bring your hands to your hips, activate your core, soften the knees even more. Inhale, start to reach all the way up. And then exhale, goddess. So toes out, heels in this time. A nice deep squat here. You can bring your hands to your hips if that feels good. You can also extend them out or bring them to your heart. If the hands are at your heart, I want you to press your palms together to activate your core. And breathe here. Shoulders stacked on top of the hips, so avoid leaning forward. So nice long spine. Shoulders are soft. Take a breath. And a breath out. Again, inhale. Exhale. We're gonna flip around on our mat, so we're taking crescent lunge to the back of our mat. So now you're high on the ball of your right foot, left knee is bent, extending the arms up. And just settling in on this side. So right leg is nice and strong. You don't want to forget about it and let the right knee sink towards the floor. It's like you're lifting the back of your right knee up towards the ceiling. Soften your gaze, inhale. Exhale. And again, feeling the body working. Your feet, the inner thighs pulling together, the power from your core. And then really hearing your breath here. Breath is super important. More important than the pose itself. Let's take one more inhale, reach up. And then we'll take that T-twist. So right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. Again, you're twisting from the core. Keep bending into that left knee and keep the breath. If you want to deepen the twist, you can start to take your gaze back to your left thumb. And then we'll reverse this. So left fingertips to the back of your right thigh, reaching the left arm up and over. One more breath in. And then come all the way around. Take another wide leg fold. So we're breathing here, letting the head drop. Just letting everything go. And it really can just be that simple. All right, bring your hands to your hips. Start to lift yourself up nice and slow, and we'll come into another goddess squat here. So bending the knees, maybe bend them a little bit deeper this round, and try something different with the arms. So you can reach the arms high or out to the side or hands at your hips, just something different than before. Give yourself a different sensation, a different feeling in the body. Make this really expressive. Take a breath and a breath out. Two more, inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. On the exhale, let's cartwheel back to the front of the mat. Step into a high plank, inhale. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Last round like that. Big sip of air in. Open the mouth. Right leg's gonna lift. Inhale. Exhale, step through. Coming back to this shape, runner's lunge. So we're gonna balance on the right foot here coming up. So I want you to actively press down into your right foot. Really ground down there. And before we even move, activate the core. Walk your fingertips out a little bit more in front of you, and then lift up as you inhale for standing split. So you're gonna float the left heel up towards the ceiling, but notice my right knee. I'm not locking out. I've got some softness in the right knee. And then from here, you can just kind of play. So maybe extending that left heel higher as you fold a little deeper. Something fun to try, if you're feeling a little adventurous, is taking the left hand behind the right ankle, then maybe letting the right hand join if you want to balance. If you got just a few more breaths here. Nice loud breath. Again, breathe in, breathe out. Let's take one more inhale and kick up just a little higher. Exhale, feet together and fold. We'll hang out here for a moment. You can start to kind of bend in one knee and then the other. And then take your peace sign fingers, grab your big toes. On an inhale, find a flat back. And then exhale, soften the knees, we'll fold. So just a more active forward fold here. Crown of the head is reaching down towards the floor. The arms are active here, so you're actively pulling up on your toes as you're driving the balls of your feet into the earth. And then if we take another moment here, you'll really start to feel the body working. Take one more breath. Exhale, release. Bring your big toes together. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So we're gonna step open, taking the left foot back. So before we move into this next shape, your front heel, your right heel is gonna line up with your back arch. Give yourself enough space, and then we'll come into warrior two, so bending in the right knee. And again, we're gonna be here for a moment. So start a little more lifted, maybe not as deep of a bend as you normally would like to go. And then I want you to look down. Make sure you can see your right toes, and if not, that means your knee might be coming in a little bit. So instead, take it back behind you and out. Open up the hips. And the belly is activated. Back leg is super strong. And then from there, actively reaching forward and back. Maybe spread the fingers, bringing some activation to the triceps, softening the shoulders. Take a breath in and a breath out. Again, inhale, exhale. One more round like that, breathe in, breathe out. Now keep the bend in your front knee, flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse warrior, take it back. Exhale, cartwheel down to the mat. High plank as you inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath in. Breath out. All right, let's take it on the other side. Lift your left leg high as you breathe in. And then we'll step through runner's lunge. So we know we're gonna balance on the left foot now. So really ground down through your left toes. Activate the left foot. And then as you're ready, inhale, start to lift the right heel up towards the ceiling. Give yourself somewhere to go. So don't crank, right? Soften here. Feel what's going on in the body and bring some awareness to that. And then maybe you think, okay, I can fold a little deeper from here. Or I can drive that right heel up. Or I'm just gonna allow myself to be playful and maybe try this balance. Connect with the body. Connect with your breath. Take an inhale and an exhale. Let's take one more breath in. Really lift the right heel up. Exhale, feet together and fold. We've got a couple of breaths here. So another option, we're gonna actually separate the feet back out. So we can take our whole palm under the foot, bend the knees. This is gorilla pose, if that feels good. If not, you can just take a normal forward fold, letting the arms hang. But if you're standing on your palms, you can see I'm kind of wiggling my toes into my wrist. It's a nice little massage in your wrist if you want to try it. And then Dropping your head. Couple of breaths. To really let everything go. It's like it's just rolling off your back. As you're ready, gently release one by one. Feet come together. Inhale, we reach up, mountain pose. Exhale your hands to your heart. And now we're gonna take warrior two on the other side. So right foot's gonna step back. Just for the sake of you guys being able to see me, I'm just gonna flip around. So for warrior two, your left knee is forward and bent. The right leg is gonna be nice and straight, extending the arms wide. And again, just checking in, right? Make sure you can see your left toe. If not, open up the hip a little bit more. Bring the knee back behind you. And then notice all those different points of energy. So energy is kind of moving in multiple directions here. You're grounding down through the feet. You're reaching front and back. And then you're lengthening through the crown of your head up. Just be in the body here. Focusing on the breath. So even though you're working here, right, there's a little bit of heat, some energy, you can still find some peace and some stillness. And your next breath in, flip your front palm, keep the bend in your left knee, but take this back. Take one more breath in, and then cartwheel to the mat. Inhale to a high plank, take a big breath. Exhale, we'll lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. And then make your way to down dog. So you can either stay here in down dog, or you can drop down. You can take a child's pose. This time we'll bring the knees to touch, feet together, and sit back onto the heels. Breathing into the back of the body. And then gently come up to a tabletop. All right, tops of your feet press down into the floor. Take your right hand behind your head here. On an inhale, you're gonna spiral the chest towards the right, so opening up here. Exhale, you're gonna bring the right elbow towards the left wrist, and you can bend that left arm if you'd like. So the inhale, we open up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more, breathe in. Bring it all the way down, exhale. And then we'll switch here. Take the left palm back behind your head here. Inhale, we'll open up to the left. Exhale, bring the left elbow to your right wrist. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just nice fluid movements here. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more big breath in. And exhale all the air out. Come back to a tabletop position. And then just sit back on your heels. We're gonna come into boat pose. So swinging the feet forward. We're gonna first take a modified boat pose. So we're gonna keep our toes on the mat. Nice long spine, belly in. And we'll keep our fingertips just barely on the floor here. So you're really shining your heart forward. Soften your face. You can even close your eyes. Draw your attention to your lower belly. Think lower belly in and up. For 3 more breaths. 2 more. Last breath in. And exhale, release. All right, we're gonna come into a bigger expression of boat pose. So this time we're gonna lift the feet. It doesn't really matter if you wanna point or flex your feet, just bring some activation and really pull the heart forward, lift the chest, maybe reach the arms out or back behind your thighs here. 5 breaths, inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, big breath. Exhale. Keep lifting, inhale. Exhale. Last breath in and release. We're gonna do one more boat pose. I encourage you to try a different expression this time. So I'm gonna extend my arms a little more up, palms facing up. Fingertips are active, feet are active. 3 more breaths. 2 more. Last breath in and release. All right, let's come all the way down to the belly. We're gonna bring the palms back by the hips, thumbs facing down towards the floor. So come to a neutral neck. You can rest your forehead on the mat. Big toes are touching. And then on your next inhale, lift everything up off the earth. So shoulders, the palms, feet, knees. So really just your hip points are making contact with the earth. So you're actively lifting up, pulling some more ribs up off the mat. Breath is super important. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, lower down. And just rest here for a breath. And a breath out. All right, we're gonna do that again. Shalabhasana. On an inhale, lift everything up. Stay here for the exhale. Yeah, inhale. Exhale. Try not to crank your neck. So neutral neck here. One more breath in. And release. We've got one more. Take a breath in. And a breath out. All right, let's lift everything up. Last one here. Really shine your heart forward. Don't cheat yourself here. Give it all you have for just a couple more breaths. Last inhale. And we lower down. Bring one palm on top of the other and just rest your cheek down. Now rest your chin on your palms, bend your knees, gently windshield wiper side to side, releasing your lower back. All right, gently make your way up to downward facing dog. Just give yourself a moment in down dog. Come into stillness. Check in with the body. Take a deep inhale. Open your mouth, exhale. Do that again. Fill up, breathe in, and let it go. Lift your heels as you inhale, walk forward, roll all the way down to your back. Come into bridge pose here. So So when you're setting up for bridge, your feet are hip distance apart. And then you should just barely be able to touch your heels with your middle finger. We'll press the palms onto the floor here to start. Really ground down through your feet. And then as you're ready, on an inhale, drive your heels into the floor and lift the hips high. Few breaths here. Really feel the connection. Feel your feet on the mat, feel your palms on the earth, your shoulders, the back of your head. And then from there, can you lift a little bit higher with the hips and then lower down. Let's take that again. Inhale, lift the hips up. Stay for the exhale. If you want, you can really drive the heels down and lift all of your toes, even the balls of your feet. A couple more breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, lower. Last round here. Inhale, lift the hips. So careful not to let the hips drop. Keep lifting on your inhales. One more breath. And lower down. Take your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Let your knees come in. Coming back to a neutral spine. And then soles of your feet touch, knees wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand on your heart, one on your belly. And just really notice the gentle, easy movement of the breath. The simplicity of that movement. The rise and fall of the chest. How the breath sort of sounds like an ocean wave crashing. Gently bring your knees into your chest, maybe a little rock side to side. And then make your way up to a seat. And then back to downward facing dog. On an inhale, take your right leg up. Exhale, we'll step it through. We'll come into half pigeon. So bringing your right foot towards your left wrist and then gently lowering down. So you get more of a stretch here in half pigeon the further away your right foot is from your body. So if it feels like a lot in the hips, you can always bring your right foot towards your body. See how that feels. And then the back leg is still activated to help you really stretch the hips. So you can just stay here. You can stay lifted on the palms. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can walk out, just keeping your spine long. If you want to go even further, you can lower all the way down. We're here for a few breaths. And try not to let your mind wander here. So maybe just bringing your attention to your inhale and your exhale. And again, your inhale and your exhale. Just finding a rhythm that's unique to you. wherever you are, take one more breath and let it go. Gently walk yourself back up, pausing at the top of the stretch. And then we'll head back to downward facing dog. Let's take a couple lion's breaths here. So lion's breath, they're kind of fun. So you're gonna inhale through your nose. Exhale, you're gonna stick your tongue out. Again, inhale through your nose. Exhale, stick your tongue out. One more for good luck. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, stick your tongue out. Lift your left leg high. And then we'll send it through for half pigeon. So left foot towards your right wrist. And just maneuver and gently lower down. One side might feel different than the other. Make sure your left foot is flexed here. Back leg is active. Take a couple of breaths with a nice long spine, staying lifted here for just a moment. And then if you'd like, you can walk out a little bit further. Maybe lowering down. Again, focus your attention on your breath. And maybe you inhale something that you need. And you exhale and let something go that's no longer serving you. And you can do that again. Inhale something you need. And let something go. And focus on the body. And hear your breath. Take one more breath in and out. Now gently start to lift yourself all the way back up. Just pausing here at the top of the stretch. And then back to downward facing dog. Let's pedal the feet here. Shake the hips side to side. Look forward, walk your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Come to a seat. Legs out in front of you, nice and long on your mat. So for this next stretch, your knees can be as bent as they need to be. Keep your feet active. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, start to fold over your legs. Now keeping a nice long spine as you fold. So you want to avoid folding and kind of rounding in the upper back. If you feel that happening, bend your knees a little bit more. And then really shine your heart forward, pull your shoulders down your back. Take one more inhale. And exhale, start to walk all the way back up. Let's roll all the way down to the floor, lying on your back. Bring your knees into your chest. And then we'll drop the knees over to the left side for a supine twist, extending the right arm long if that feels good. Allowing the stretch to be gentle, allowing the breath to be easy. Coming back through center. And then taking this to the other side. So dropping your knees over to the right. Left arm is long. Come back to center. Let your left leg go long on the earth. Keep your right knee hugged in. So we're just gonna deepen that supine twist. So now we'll drop the right knee over towards the left. So you wanna ensure that both shoulders stay on your mat. So if you've twisted too much, you might notice this right shoulder comes up and off. So see if you can keep the shoulders on the earth. A couple breaths. And we'll come back to center and we'll let the right leg go long. Hug the left knee in. And then as you're ready, left knee over towards the right, both shoulders on the floor, left arm long. And we'll come back, knees into your chest. Our final shape here is going to be an inversion. So let's keep the lower back on the floor and then extend your feet up to the ceiling. Palms can rest on your mat or on your torso. Activate your feet. Take some cleansing breaths here. And then gently lower all the way down. Coming into your final shape. Let your limbs be long on your mat. Just letting everything go for Shavasana. begin to deepen your breath. Just remaining in stillness here for a moment, but bringing some awareness back to your body. And then allow yourself to come back into your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes. And then one by one, bringing your knees into your chest. You can gently find your way to a seated position, nice and slow. Just rest your palms in your lap, bring your eyes to close. And just as we started this practice, bringing awareness to your breath. To your body. And to this moment. Bring your hands to your heart center. Giving yourself a moment to acknowledge yourself and the work you've done. And taking a moment to honor and acknowledge this practice. And take a big inhale through your nose. Let it go. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. Thank you.